And the red noise on the television screen, the quietest riot I've ever seen. Someone is talking, but it's just a low hum. My senses are muted, my spirit is numb. It's been a year of static, a year of the snow that fell in a blanket and muffled the glow of the life I was living, the person I knew. No, just a pale shadow in shades of pale blue. And I walk through the rooms of this house like a ghost, holding my breath, fearing the most, and a feeling might break through the layer of ice, and I'd have to pay some unbearable price. They say that the first step is starting to feel, but what if the damage is too raw, too real? So I'm staying right here in the beautiful gray, and praying the colors will all stay away. This is the silence that comes after the break, a fragile protection, for goodness sake. No glitter, no gold, just the hum in the wall. A conscious decision to not feel it all. I'm not ready to mend, I'm not ready to fight, and just surviving the day and enduring the night. And the year of the static, the quiet, the cold, a story that's waiting and yet to be told. I trace the frost on the window pane. Is this peace or the eye of a hurricane? I don't have the answer, I don't have a clue, just the static in me, and we'll have to make do in just the low hum. Kingdom come, I'm sorry. And in mine is a house that I can't sell, a haunted museum, a private hell. Neat room holds a memory framed on the wall, a ghost in the garden, a face in the hall. And I walk down the corridor holding my breath, and dance with the phantoms of life and of death. And I know I should leave, I know I should run, and step from the shadows and into the sun. But the ghosts are familiar, they know me by name, and outside this mansion it won't be the same. And living with specters of what used to be, they whisper my failures and laugh at me. This phantom limb aches for a touch that is gone, and I'm stuck in the twilight between dusk and dawn. This hall's echo with sounds I can't quite forget. The specters are winning, I haven't healed yet. music box opens a dissonant sound on this unhappy, haunted and hallowed ground. And I see our reflection in mirrors so clear. Then I blink and remember that you are not here. This house is my body, these ghosts are my pain, and they're forecasting another emotional rain. And maybe one day I'll open the door and tell all the ghosts they're not welcome no more. But for now we're companions, the specters and I, and under a bruised and a permanent sky, and still walking the halls, answering their calls as the evening falls on me and my specters.
Don't bring me your platitudes tied in a bow about all this pain is supposed to help me grow. Don't tell me that everything happens for a cause, and I'm living my life by a different set of laws. You see a survivor, you see someone strong. You don't see the fury that's been burning all along. I smile and I nod and I play the good sport. I'm the bigger person, I'm holding the fort. But behind my calm eyes, there's a gathering storm and a cold bitter anger to keep my heart warm. I'm tending my garden of beautiful thorns, ignoring your warnings, ignoring your scorns. Each rose is a heart that I've nurtured and fed, and for every backhanded kind thing that you said, this isn't about healing, it's about getting by with a belly of fire and a glint in my eye. So don't get too close to my thorny array. This anger's the only thing keeping the wolves at bay. And they say that resentment's a poison I drink, but it's sharpening my senses, it's helping me think. It's the salt in the ocean, the bite in the wind, a reminder of where I have truly been. It's a shield and a weapon, a curse and a friend, on which for this moment I have to depend. And one day I might plant a new seed in this ground, where a gentler, kinder new flower is found. But today I will sharpen each beautiful spike and love this dark garden for what it is like. And my beautiful thorns, since the day I was born,
doesn't seem like you're asking for much. Just a simple connection, a shared easy space, a genuine smile on a genuine face. And I'm under a bell jar, the air is so thin. I'm watching the world but I can't let it in. I tap on the glass and I make no sound. And as your colorful lives go around and around, now I'm a ship in a bottle with sails all unfurled, a perfectly crafted and miniature world. And the boat never sails and the wind never blows, and the deep silent loneliness grows and it grows. And I remember the time when the glass wasn't there, the feeling of wind as it moved through my hair. But a crack in the world made me build this retreat, both bitter and terribly, terribly sweet. I'm safe in my bell jar, but I'm dying to leave. And it's alive and my lonely, sad heart has to leave. And see you all dancing in warm golden light on the other side of my perpetual night. And the glass is invisible, you'd never know that I'm putting on my own silent sad show under the bell jar. I'm safe from the fall, but I'm not really living at all. One day a vibration, a crack in the dome, it might shatter my prison and welcome me home. But the silence is safe and the quiet is kind to my fragile and ever so delicate mind. Tap, 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 tap. Now on the glass, will this pass? This bell jar.
I've fought all the battles, I've walked all the miles, I've countered the insults with gritted teeth, smiles. I've been the good soldier, the resilient one, from the rise of the moon to the set of the sun. I've patched up the holes in this boat day by day and forced myself to believe I'm okay. Well, the water is rising, the shore is too far, beneath the cold distance an unblinking star. And my arms are so tired, my spirit is weak. I've run out of words that I know how to speak. I'm raising the white flag, I'm down on my knees and carried away on a sorrowful breeze. This isn't a failure, it's not a defeat, it's a tactical final, an honest retreat. I give up the struggle, I give up the fight, and I'm letting the darkness just win here tonight. This is my surrender, my final goodbye to the person I was when I still tried to try. The candle is guttering, the flame is so low. It's the end of the line and I have to let go. And off the hope and the fury, the pride and the pain, there's nothing to lose now, nothing to gain. They've been giving up something is won, a peace that I couldn't find under the sun, a quiet acceptance, a gentle release in this final exhausted and sorrowful peace. The flag is up, now I've emptied my cup. I give up. I give up.
Tangle of yarn in a knot of despair, in a lifetime of sorrow, a nest of my care. I thought it was hopeless, a mess I had made, any tribute to feeling so deeply afraid. I sat with the chaos for days on an end, believed it was something I never could mend. And the colors were clashing, the textures were wrong, and I'd forgotten the feeling of where I belong. Now I closed my eyes tightly and waited to drown in the mess of a life that was weighing me down. But then something happened, a trick of the light, and in the darkest and longest and loneliest night, a lucent was shining, a shimmering clean, and I felt it was waiting there just for me. There was just a single thread, a glimmer of hope, a new way of seeing, a new way to cope. I'm not trying to fix it, I'm not trying to weave, just holding the one thing that I can believe is the start of a story, the end of a war, the one single thread I've been looking for. And I'll pull on it gently and see where it leads, in fulfilling my simplest, my loneliest needs. The whole knot might tighten, the whole thing might break. There are so many chances for future mistakes that for the first time in years years I can finally see this one single thread is connected to me. Just one thread where it led, nourished and fed, and my single thread. I used to be a warrior, a soldier so brave, and a man of my heart that it always behaves, and I tell it be stronger. Get over it now, and I'd force it to take an impossible vow. To never show weakness, to never be scared, and I punished it harshly whenever it dared. But my heart is not made of iron and steel. It's a tender and fragile and delicate feel. It's a bird with a broken and delicate wing, and it needs me to do a more difficult thing. So I'm learning to whisper to my own heart, treating it gently and doing my part to soothe it and hold it and tell it it's okay to feel all the things that get in the way. No more commands and no more demands, and just a soft, gentle holding in my own two hands. I'm learning to whisper, I'm learning to be the kind of a friend that my own heart needs from me. Quiet corner, a safe place to land, and I'll whisper I'm here, and I do understand. This is a different kind of strength, to go to a kinder and gentler length, to be my own mother, my father, my friend, on whose gentle compassion I've learned to depend. It's okay, we'll get through the day, come what may.
gentle, promising indigo sight. For so very long, and I'd forgotten the lyrics to my own happy song. And I wasn't expecting the sun to just rise and burn out the sorrow from my tired eyes. And I was ready for nothing to ever feel new. And came the hour of indigo blue. Joy, not quite pain. A sense that the world could be starting again. A quiet potential, a gentle suspense that is finally starting to make a new sense. Just wait and trust in a different and kinder new fate. The sun will come up and the world will get loud, and I'll have to emerge from my safe little cloud. I'll carry the blue with me took out the boxes from under my bed and followed the words that I wish I had said, and follow the ghosts of my former beliefs, and a garden of well-preserved beautiful griefs. And used to be scared to lift up the lid, and all of the memories I carefully hid. And I brewed a hot coffee and sat on the floor, and I wasn't afraid of the feelings anymore. It picked up a memory, polished it bright, and I saw it in a completely new light. It doesn't hurt anymore. It's a strange kind of peace, a gentle and welcome and final release. And the memory's the same, but the feeling is new. And it's a pale, gentle watercolor like hewn. And it's not that I'm happy it happened this way, but it doesn't have power to ruin my day. And it's a part of my story, a part of my truth in the autumn of life, not the summer of youth. And then it doesn't hurt anymore. And I can say your name now without catching my breath. It's no longer a dance with a beautiful death. It's just a reminder of a lesson I learned, a page in my story that's finally been turned. And the scar on my heart, it has faded to white, a silvery river and soft morning light. And I can trace it and feel not a single thing, but the song that my own gentle spirit can sing. It doesn't hurt. I'm on the alert for the joy, not the dirt anymore. I was a character in my own life, a beautiful daughter, the suffering wife. I read from the script that they handed to me, and I played my part so convincingly. I didn't write the story, I didn't choose the part. I just tried to learn all the lines by heart. But the story was tragic, the ending was bleak, and the character I played was so terribly weak. So I'm throwing the script out, I'm changing the scene and becoming my own complicated new queen. And I'm picking up the pen, I'm writing a new page. I'm breaking my character out of her cage. This is my story and I am the lead. I'm planting a new, unexpected and glorious seed. And I'm the author, the editor, the hero, the guide, with a brand new companion right here by my side. It's my own intuition, my own inner flame, and I'm finally learning to call it by name.
not standing still. So thank you for the scrap metal. Thank you for the pain. It's the fuel for the fire, the steel in the rain.
I was a plain gray rock on a desolate shore, and believed I was nothing and couldn't be more. And I was weathered and beaten and battered and plain, and under a sky of perpetual miserable rain. I saw all the gemstones, the diamonds, the gold, and I bought all the stories that I had been told, that my worth was my surface, my value, my sheen, the most boring old rock that the world had ever seen. But the storm of my life, it was brutal and fast, and it broke me wide open, a terrible blast. I thought it was over, I thought it's the end, my one final miserable, sorrowful friend. But I'm a geode and I never knew the beauty inside me was waiting for you to see past the surface, the plain and the grain, and find all the crystals I'd hidden away. I'm a geode, I'm shattered but shining so bright, a secret, a treasure, a glorious sight. It took being broken to see what was true, and my beauty's on the inside, and now you can see it too. Each crystal's a memory, a hope and a dream, a part of a glittering, powerful stream of self-love and courage I didn't know I had. And I'm no longer broken, and I'm no longer sad. So don't judge a book by its cover, a rock by its face. You might miss the magic all over the place. I had to be cracked to let the light in, to show all the beauty that was deep down within. I'm a geode and I never knew the beauty inside me was waiting for you to see past the surface, the plain and the gray, and find all the crystals I'd hidden away. I'm a geode, I'm shattered but shining so bright, a secret, a treasure, a glorious sight. It took being broken to see what was true, and my beauty's on the inside, and now you can see it too. In a geode, in a heavy load, and I've glowed my own secret code.
And I was a teacup, so precious and fine, a delicate, perfect and flawless design. And sat on a shelf, I was polished and clean, the prettiest teacup you've ever had seen. But a tremor, a tremble, a slip of the hand, and I shattered to pieces you can't understand. Swept in a dustpan and left in the dark, and forgotten and broken and sorrowful mark. But an artist discovered the pieces of me and saw a potential I never could see. With a delicate brush and a river of gold, a new kind of story was ready to be told. I'm a Kintsugi heart, and I'm finally whole. The cracks are all part of my glittering soul, more beautiful for having been broken and torn. A brand new creation, reborn and reborn. Don't hide the damage, it's where the light shines. In these beautiful golden and intricate lines. This isn't a cover-up, this is an art, this beautiful shining Kintsugi heart. Each line tells a story, each crack is a map of how I survived the unfortunate trap of believing that perfection was the only prize. And right before my own disbelieving sad eyes, now I hold more than I ever could hold. My spirit is brave and my story is bold. The world wants the new, the unbroken, the clean, but the most beautiful things have a history you've seen. And the gold is the proof that a wound can be healed, and a new kind of beauty can be revealed. And I Kintsugi heart, a work of art, and a brand new start. My Kintsugi heart. Shattered like glass on the cold kitchen floor, not knowing the shape of myself anymore. Just fragments of sorrow and slivers of pain in in the aftermath of a hurricane. I saw the pieces so jagged and sharp. The sound of a sad and a broken old harp was the only music my spirit could play. And at the end of a miserable, terrible day, in my hands they started to gather the parts in the collection of all of my broken hearts. With the clue of survival, the grout of my grace, I started to build a new beautiful place. And I am a mosaic of all I have been, a masterpiece made from my sorrow and sin. And the light shining through the spaces between, in the most beautiful ruin you've ever had seen. And this blue piece is sadness, this red one is rage, the silver's the wisdom that comes with my age. Now I'm not the original, I'm something more true, and a glorious glittering collage of me and of you, in a mosaic. I'm not trying to hide all the cracks in the lines, they're a part of my intricate new grand designs. They show where I've been and they show where I am, and a perfectly, beautifully broken diagram of a soul that refused to be thrown in the trash and is rising right out of the sorrow and ash. And don't look for the person I once was before, she doesn't exist in this world anymore. There is only this collage, this beautiful mess, and a resounding, a powerful, a glorious yes to a new way of being. A mosaic of me, infinitely free. You just be a mosaic.
Look at my skin with an ounce of regret for the battles I lost and the demons I've met. Don't see them as flaws, don't see them as shame. Don't whisper a sad and a sorrowful name. These are not wounds, they are not a disease. Neither rings of my spirit, the rings of the trees. And each line is a chapter, each mark is a year, and of conquering doubt and of conquering fear. This is a library, a story untold, and of a spirit that's brave and a spirit that's bold. Read the lines on my hands, read the map on my skin, and see all the places that I have been. This is my travel log, this is my truth, from the struggles of age to the follies of youth. This constellation of scars is a guide to my soul, and taking the broken and making me whole. And so come a bit closer and and read me like a book and give my life story a second good look. And this one is from loving with all of my heart, and this one is from being torn all apart. This one is from climbing and having a fall, and this one's from standing up proud and so tall. They are my history, written in white, and under the moon in the dead of the night. A life without scars is a life without tales, and off weathering oceans and weathering gales. I've earned every line and I've earned every mark, and I'm lighting them up as a torch in the dark. Read me and see me and free me in my story.
Two, three, four. I don't know what Yeah, I'm a glitter bomb. I was wearing a coat made of worry and lead, in line with the sorrowful things that you said. And I wore it in summer, I wore it in spring, this heavy and dark and full ordinal thing. And I weighed down my shoulders, it curved my own spine. And this coat that I foolishly thought was all mine, but today I unbuttoned the first rusty clasp, and I let out a slow and a hesitant gasp, and a fare that was cleaner and fresher and new. And I did what I'd only been dreaming I'd do. And I'm taking the coat off and letting it fall. I'm not gonna miss it or need it all. I'm flying so high on a new gentle breeze, as light as the blossom, as light as the leaves. This is my moment, my glorious flight into a future that's hopeful and bright. And I'm a bird in an open and beautiful sky. I'm finally ready and willing to fly. My wings are still clumsy, my path is not clear, and I'm leaving behind all the doubt and the fear. And I'm rising above all the what ifs and whys, and I'm seeing the world with my own two new eyes. And that coat is a puddle of lead on the ground, and I'm not looking back, I am not turning round, and I'm heading for a horizon I couldn't see when the weight of the world was still resting on me. I'm flying, and night after
I spend all my money on concealer and lace. Can try and create a more palatable face. And I was told to be humble, ashamed and discreet about the battles that ended in my own defeat. And I wore muted colors, I spoke in low tones, and I tried to pay back all my spiritual loans. And I went through my closet and threw it all out. The shame and the sorrow, the fear and the doubt. And I opened a new box of glitter and prize, and right before my own disbelieving new eyes, and I'm wearing my
explosions are over, the glitter has set on a life that I'm trying to learn to accept. And no more the battle, no more the loud cries, just the quiet reflection in my own two eyes. The fire raged brightly, it burned and it roared with all of the anger, pain I had stored. The glitter bomb went off, a chaotic display, finally having my own kind of say. But the ashes have settled, dust is all calm. There's a peacefulness now, like a spiritual balm. And it's not the fight that defines me, it's not the loud noise, and it's the moment that follows the confident poise, the silence that's earned when the war is all won. And you know that a brand new day has begun, and I'm living in the afterglow, the beautiful haze of surviving the darkest and loneliest days. It's not a bright flash, but a permanent gleam, a steady and fight was worth fighting, but the peace is the prize, and reflected forever inside my own eyes. This is the afterglow, gentle and deep in promises I can finally keep. The energy's different, it's calmer, it's wise. I see my own strength with no need for disguise. The storm was magnificent, but oh, this is bliss, to be sealed with a quiet and confident kiss. And off the morning sun, the afterglow, watch me grow, soft and slow, in the afterglow, in the afterglow. I met a sad girl on the street yesterday. She looked so familiar, I wanted to say, and I know you, I know you, I know you so well. From a story my spirit has lived long to tell. She had my same eyes, she had my same hair, and a coat of my own personal deep despair. She was me from a lifetime ago, it was true, and I finally knew what I needed to do. And I didn't run from her, I didn't hide,
I opened my heart and I welcomed her inside. And I sat with her, held her, and told her it's fine, and that her pain was a part of a bigger design. And I said, thank you for breaking, thank you for the fall, thank you for feeling and hating it all. Thank you for the weakness, thank you for the tears that watered my garden for all of these years. And you didn't know it, but you were so strong to live in the darkness for so very long. And everything you went through has brought me right here. And I'm finally free from the sorrow and fear. So thank you. She looked at me with my own tired eyes, and I saw a flicker of hope and surprise. And the future could be something other than pain, that the sun could come out after all of that rain. We are not separate, she is a part of me, my roots in the darkness that helped me to be